Hey, thank you for joining me here for this website audit. What we're going to do today is I'm going to take you through 5 different websites from sleep consultants, and we're going to look at all things design, copy, and whatever else is going to come up that I feel like I want to mention that because it's going to be helpful. So if your website is between those 5, definitely try to do everything with the tips that you receive. If your website is not between those 5, I'm going to do this another time. But also, I want you to know that everything I'm sharing today can be valuable for your own website as well. So just listen through it. I'm going to try to keep it short and concise, and we're going to move on quickly. And I'm going to try to give at least 3 tips of value of things that can be improved per website. And then we're going to wrap it up. So I'm going to tell you before we're going to get started, I haven't looked at the websites. I just opened the link, so I'm going to get them and then we're going to get started. So I'm also looking for the first time, and I really wanted to do that because now I'm really looking with the eyes of a parent who's arriving for the first time on your website. Well, we're looking at this website from short to sleep. And the first thing I notice is, okay, short to sleep. So it's going about sleep. Everything makes a lot of sense. Normally, what we like to do on the header is to have a captivating text, like an attention-grabbing headline, something that explains a little bit more, because this can also be that it's her clothing that you're selling. So see if you can add some kind of headline. This above the fold part, this first part that you see, because maybe below here there's a headline. I don't know. We can have a quick look. Yes, you see, there is. Sleep is not a luxury. Well, we want to have it as high as possible because this above the fold, this is the moment that people decide, is this for me or not? And if they feel it's not for them, they move on and they leave your website. And that's not what we want to do. So another thing that I would recommend for above the fold, this first area of your website, is on the top, have some kind of banner. A bar where you promote your lead magnet, or you mention, you redirect them to your services, but something that lets them to take action. So a call to action. The best would be a lead magnet, because this is the way you can connect email addresses, and this is what you want in the end, because you're not going to be able to see who's visiting your website unless they leave their contact details. So you want to give something of value that's going to be helpful for the parent, and it's going to give you the contact detail to nurture this contact. Okay, I see home, about, program, very simple menu, perfectly fine. I missed a contact. I'm going to see if it's behind here. Nope. Definitely put a contact. The menu bar, it's really good that it's simple. I see sometimes that sleep consultants come up with really original names and fancy things. Don't do that. People are very lazy, and if they have to think, they're out. So we want to give them what they see everywhere, so it's clear. So it's a home, about, usually it's like services or work with me. It's a contact, sometimes it's blog, sometimes it's shop, but keep it very simple, what you see everywhere, because this is the page where we don't want to lose them. Okay, we're going to do a scroll down. Sleep is not a luxury. I recognize my copy, beautiful. This is not a website that I created, but this is based on some text that I shared, I see. So make sure that always the text is in the middle of the banner. So you see here, the spacing is very small, and here's the spacing way much bigger. Nicely done. I'm Catherine. See if you can make this a little bit smaller. And oh, wait a minute. I see now we're looking at a 1-page website, I guess. Let's see. Yes. Oh, okay, perfect. I'll get it. So you have different types of websites. There's 5-page websites. So every time you click on one of the parts in the menu, you move to a complete new page. Or there are 1-page websites, just like the page you see here, which is perfectly fine. You don't need to have a 5-page website. The only thing is, because normally on a 5-page website, you would make this way much shorter and you put a link to the about page. Now, in this case, for a 1-page, you don't want to do too much of that, of course, because you want to keep them on the page. Let me see. Good. Testimonials, very important. This is what working one-on-one with me will look like. So step 1, step 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. Make sure here to give a little bit more space to the text in the button. Yes, this is also a great thing to see. A lot of times when you're building a website, do it yourself, it's very hard to incorporate like payment systems, credit card options, all these kind of things. So what I recommend a lot of times to sleep consultants is to just have a button that schedules a call, or in this case, I really love this. This is Catherine, I thought I read. Yes, Catherine. What I really love here is she added an intake form. So this really depends on your ideal client. As I explained in the Business Booster, is that in the live training that I hosted in the beginning of February, is that your ideal client is the person that is very anxious, very not likes to be on phone calls. You don't want them that's the only call to action. So I don't know if that's the case for Catherine, but if she's working for her ideal client with people who don't like to have that first conversation by phone and have here hop on with an intake form, awesome. So adapt. It's not about what's good or wrong or right. It is about what works for your ideal client. So keep that in mind with everything you're doing. I love the colors, Catherine. Awesome. Make sure to give a little bit more space here, or just remove a little part of your testimonial. And also what I would do here when you have testimonials this long, to make a couple of sentences or one sentence a little bit bold, the thing that you want them to see. Because as you see, I scroll over it, I don't read it, unless there was one sentence that was would be bold, I would have seen it with my eyes. So try to focus on that. Awesome. Instagram. And you know, this also, connecting Instagram to your website is a lot of times quite a big hassle to have it directly. I do it for my clients, but when you do it yourself, it's very challenging. What you can do is what you see here as well, is just add the picture, take some pictures from your Instagram, add the nicest one that you have, put them here in the banner, and make sure that every picture, if you click on it, links to your Instagram. So you don't have to have the connection. There's so many ways to save the trouble with that. Awesome. Okay, make sure here in the footer is a copyright sign, otherwise you have a risk. Oh, this is so sweet. Template design with sleep consultant design. Oh, I appreciate that. That's really sweet. Make sure to add your year in the footer and your company name. And the copyright symbol. That's very, especially the copyright symbol is very important. Otherwise, people can take the text and use it on their own, whatever you're putting it. So awesome. Good job. Love the colors. Cool. Next, we're going to see Louise. Welcome to Baby Child Sleep. Awesome. Well, the first thing I would say, add a logo here. Or if you don't have a logo, make sure that this title is bigger here. So I really know, am I at the right place? What people do is some people say they read like a Z, like the letter Z, or they read like an F. But whatever it is, it always starts here in the left corner. So people want to see, hey, when they come from your Instagram account, do I arrive at the website that I thought I would go? And if they cannot make this connection, a lot of times they're out. So we want to avoid that. So put a logo or the name of your company. So sleep masterclass, one-on-one sleep solution. This is a typical thing that I said, like, oh, do people now know what to choose? Like if I have a 3-month-old, okay, maybe new parents. But if it's like a 6-month-old baby, what is better? A masterclass, one-on-one sleep solutions? I get what you mean, huh? I'm just playing here the devil, of course. There's a lot of things to choose from. What you can do is make like a sub menu. So you have like services, and then under that is the different things. Now you can have like really nice names, or you can say like, I'm now working on a website for Nicole, and she had also 2 beautiful names of a program. And then we just call it newborn, 2 to 8 weeks, babies, 3 months till 3 years. So it's very clear for parents, oh, this is my target group. And then they come on your service page, and then you can have your fancy name for your program. But try to keep it as clear as possible. Because like I said, if people are confused, they're gone. And we don't want that. About, contact, blog, reviews. Make sure the contact is always at the end, because that's the one where we expect it. Now you can have a reviews page. If you have like thousands of reviews, I would definitely make a reviews page so you can still showcase everything. Now, in general, what I would say for beginning sleep consultants, I don't know if this is the case for you, is to drop these testimonials all over the page between the different sections on your website, because parents would not often click on reviews. What they do is when they scroll to your page and they pop up the reviews, then they most likely read them. So that's something I would suggest. Usually I would say put the about in front, because when parents realize that this is about sleep, they want to know, okay, who am I working with? So we want to put that there. And then we're going to see, get the sleep your family deserves while enjoying quality bedtimes with your children. Book your free sleep assessment. Okay, I guess you put it on the left because of the baby, which is good. So you're not blocking the picture. Also something that I see a lot, and I don't see it here, thank God, but that on the header, make sure that all the pictures on your website are safe sleep practices, because we want to give the good example. And also make sure that the picture is representing what you want them to have, so the dream outcome. So you don't want to put a crying baby. You want to have what they want to have. So that is perfectly fine here. Get the sleep you deserve. Louise, certified sleep nanny. Speak to Louise. I guess this is going to like a Calendly or I'm not going to click on links right now. Free custom sleep plan to get you started. Okay, I'm really curious what this is. How can you give a custom sleep plan? Who wants to help the baby? Then you need my free custom sleep plan. Oh, I'm really curious what it is. It's tempting to click, but I also have a little bit of doubt, like how can it be custom and it's free? And then here I see another thing, try the free 3-minute sleep plan quiz. Okay, if this has to do with it, I would definitely change this title and make it a little bit more clear, saying like, fill in the or take the quiz and get a custom sleep plan, something like this. So it's resonating. Okay, we're gonna move down. Oh, this is something I see, which is a very easy design upgrade. Is if you click on your picture, no matter which platform you're working, a lot of times you can put like a shadow or a little border behind it. It pops out the picture a little bit more. You can round the corners as well, if that's fitting your design style, of course. But it makes everything a little bit more smooth. Can come together. Oh, this is the bottom of the page. Definitely, just like I said to Catherine, make sure there is a footer at the bottom of the page. Make sure there is your copyright symbol, the year that you, the current year, that there is all rights reserved, your sleep consultant company, and your privacy policy. That's not what I saw in Catherine's neither. Make sure there is a privacy policy on your page. There are so many countries, states, well, places where you need to have a privacy policy, otherwise your website can, otherwise you can get sued for that. I know in Europe it's a huge thing. So in Europe, be really careful. And also in California, be really careful, because there are certain policies and certain things that need to be written. You cannot just have a random text. There are websites out there that offering, be careful if you go on Google and you say privacy policy in California, there are going to be a lot of websites that say, oh, we can create it for you. In general, in Europe, you can find the official template that you just have to change your sleep consulting name, your business name in it, and it's functioning well. Now, I'm not a legal expert, so always, if you want to be 100% sure, go ask a legal advisor, but definitely put something at the footer, at the bottom of your website. That's very important. Okay, awesome. I'm going to move on to... Ooh. Awesome. We're going to move on to the next beautiful page. It looks like this person used a template or somebody helped her out. I can see immediately so much more design already here. So this is great to have a little and beyond. Maybe you can change the and beyond and do a little bit more and virtual everywhere, or something a little bit more clear that you offer also servers outside of New Jersey, unless you really want to be focused on New Jersey and you do local events and everything, then this is very, very valuable, of course. Let me see. Hit the snooze button, learn how to prevent early morning wake-ups. I guess this is a link. Yes. What you could do is, because now it looks like an information bar, is somewhere put like an underscore under one of the words. So I know, oh, I can click on that and then I get something. Nice logo. Awesome. Meet your sleep. Oh, Desley, this is yours. We had a long talk about this. Awesome. Come say hi. Beautiful. That's really nice. My sleep mission. Make sure this is aligned. Sorry, that's just my designer eye that's bothering. Let's see, I think there's a spacing here in this block, or there's a spacing here in this block that keeps it not from being aligned. And here as well, in the picture, like I just said, a lot of programs, and I know yours is build and show it, you can just easily put a template behind, a shadow behind it, or something that it pops up a little bit. That makes it nice. Get in touch. What does it mean? Is it a call? Is it, does it go to your Instagram? Can you make it a little bit more clear here? Here as well, I would definitely put the testimonial a little bit smaller compared to all the text size that you have here. The font size usually on websites is like 16, 16 or 18. You don't want to go too small. You don't want to go too big as well, but you want to keep it consistent. So you want to make sure that it's the same size, or it can be a little bit bigger. It's a testimonial. You want to pop this out. Do as well what I said to Catherine as well. Make sure that one or two sentences are bold. You don't never have to put the whole testimonial, right? You can just pick out parts that you're like, okay, this is what they need to read. Because the thing is, when the testimonial is this big, they don't read it. But if it's 2 lines, they do. So sometimes, or most often, it's better to get just the 1 or 2 lines out of your testimonial and just put them in there. And so you're sure that the people are reading exactly what you want them to read, or make it bold, like I said. Let's see. Oh, you don't want to have this here, I see. So check that. Okay. Peter sleep service for infants and children, signature, basic package, newborn package. Okay. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm really pushing on like having one offer. I'm not only talking to you, Desley, now, just everybody. If you're having multiple packages, people can get confused. If you have one package, it's less confusing and it's more clear for the parents what they're getting. So now I see signature package, basic package, newborn package. Now, first of all, if I have a newborn, I have no choice, even if I would want to have the signature package, because apparently there's a newborn package. Then if I have a baby, okay, there's a signature or a basic package. What is the difference? Is it the price? So I need to click to figure that out. We want to minimize the amount of clicks before they get the information they need. So if it's a basic package and signature package, is that just a price difference? Is there a time difference? I just had a conversation with a sleep consultant this morning about, she wanted to offer a 1-week support package and a 3-week support package. That would be the 2 different packages. And I said, can you deliver? Can you make sure? Can you guarantee success in 1 week? Because if you cannot, don't offer that package. You want to have success. You want to have win-win situation. You don't want to end up with a lot of clients, because that's what's happening. If your package is cheaper, you're going to have more clients, but you have a lot of clients who are not going to be happy, not going to be successful. And I don't know if you heard me say that before, but when you have a happy client, they talk to 2 or 3 people. When you have an unhappy client, they talk to 8 people that they were not happy. And we want to avoid that. So at all costs, make sure that you offer something that you can guarantee results. And so much that you would be willing to put even a banner and say, if you don't sleep through the night within 7 days, or if you have your first full night within 7 days, or if your biggest challenge is not solved within 21 days, or better write 3 weeks, it looks a little bit smaller visually, then if you cannot give that guarantee, you don't have to give that online, but if you cannot give that guarantee for yourself, then you need to make some changes. Also, the other thing you want to think about the packages is like, who's your ideal client? You don't want to serve just tired moms. You have one ideal client. And what you want to do is have the package resonate with them. So like I said before in the on Catherine's website, if you have an anxious mom who needs a lot of support, you cannot offer a 1-week support package. It's just not going to work. If that's your ideal client, you need to think about them and then charge a higher price, but give 3 or 4 weeks full support and really be there for them. So be mindful with the packages. I'm going to scroll a little bit down. Contact. Awesome. Copyright. Make sure it's up to date to this year and put the copyright symbol as well. And okay, this is cool. If you have like call to action at the end in the bottom. That is great. And I'm going to leave it like this for now. I'm going to move on to the next. And here we have a website. Oh, one thing I want to say, you clearly see a difference between this page, which Desley, as you can see here in the bottom, she used a template and she got custom designed by a website designer. So if you see this and you see your own website and you feel like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look like that, don't worry, okay? When you get started and you don't have the finances to invest in a website, then don't do it yet. You can have like a very basic, like what Catherine did was amazing. This is a one-page website, not too complicated. Everything is on there, and this is a great start. And then I'm sure when Catherine has a lot of clients and she feels like, oh, I want to upgrade it, she can pay a designer to make a really nice 5-page website, and she's done. But make sure to invest your money in the right places. Now, a thing is, I don't know if this is probably Squarespace, I'm not sure. It looks like it. If you buy a template like Desley has done, and I know there were some difficulties, not so much with the template, but when you buy a template, be sure that you are handy enough to do something with it yourself, because as you can see, if you buy a template, which is, it's often not too cheap, and then you need to pay a designer to put all the context and make all the edits, it just costing you 2 times money. That's not what I want you to do. So if you buy a template, then buy a template that is either way for sleep consultants. So I'm working on one actually, because I've made a template on Canva, I made a template on System.io, and I'm now, but this is in the business starter, I'm making a template now that you can just separately buy, and whoop, and everything is based for sleep consultants, which makes it so much easier, because this is a lot of times the issue with templates. They are not made for us. They are made to pay immediately on the website. First of all, the setup is quite complicated. And second of all, when you have like payment stuff and things, people are hesitant. I mean, if you work one-on-one with a sleep consultant, would you buy a package with a coach, a business coach for $1,000 without really having had a contact with this person? Unless it's like a Jenna Kutcher or like one of those famous people, but you don't. So that's the same for us. We want to get them on a call and there do our sales. So I want to go back here. Sleepless in the Valley. I think this is Jesslyn, right? I know you guys' names. I'm going to quickly check. Yay, Jesslyn. Or Jacqueline. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. So we start on the homepage. Virtual sleep consulting, 0 to 12 years old. Okay, awesome. So this is a header. This is great. What we want to do on a header is have like an attention-grabbing headline. So something very clear that it's about sleep consulting, which she has, virtual sleep consulting, and then a short text underneath it, and preferably a call to action. So something like schedule your call. So the moment they come on, we don't want to also, there are people who go on websites and they're immediately convinced. Or maybe she's been following you for a year on Instagram. She's like, okay, I want to book a call with this girl. She's going on your website. She doesn't need to go through all the pages. She doesn't need to scroll all the way to the bottom. She's like, I know what I want. And she wants to click on that button. If the button is not here and we take her through the whole website, I don't know if that's the case right now. It looks like it is. Then we have a chance to lose them as well. So make sure that here's a call to action button. If you want to do it really good, and this doesn't always work for everybody, it depends if you have a good lead magnet, is like, I'm talking about, I hosted a masterclass about websites as well. And I'm explaining that you want to have a button that is for dating and a button to marry. And the marrying button, that's like a high commitment. That would be the 15 minutes sleep assessment call that a lot of people are offering. And the dating button would be your lead magnet. So you can put it on the top as a banner. If your platform or you cannot figure it out, you can also add a button here and say, download my 3 steps to help your child get to sleep in their own room, or whatever it is. Don't say download my guide. Nobody is interested in a guide. We want to know what is in it for me before people are going to download. So see if you can minimize the text here a little bit, and also reduce this spacing here. Why should you sleep train? Very good question. This is nicely done. One is moving, the other stay. What well-rested parents say. Okay. We don't want general parents who are well-rested say. They are your parents, Jacqueline. So you want to make sure that it's somehow written what the parents I work with are saying, or don't just take the word from me, or something that you know it's about you. That they know it's about you. Okay. Try to keep consistent. Oh, this is like really nitty-gritty, but I see here like a little line. Do that there as well. Just keep consistency. Keep a little bit of spacing if you can. And awesome. Okay, again, footer, don't forget it. Very important. Now, something that is a little bit bothering me, as you can see here, the logo is half on the banner. And if you can get it up here, that would be great. See if you can, or make this menu banner a little bit bigger. That would be great. And I see hidden here a logo as well. Okay, there needs to be some things done. Let me see if I make that. Okay, let's see if you can fix this to make it look a little bit nicer. More, that's not a good one. Contact, okay, you're working with a banner and it's a little bit too short. So make sure that you stretch it, that there's enough space. Either way, remove this, add your logo, make sure your logo comes here. Normally all the platforms, they have like a basic site design setup where you add the logo, your site title, and make sure that this is not happening more, the process contact, because that's confusing. Okay, we're gonna go to the last one for today. Sleep Tight Brooklyn. 2 little girls live in Brooklyn. After becoming mom, I quickly learned the importance. Okay, I'm going to click here to see if I'm on the homepage. Oh, it doesn't do it. Normally what we want to do is our logo is always going back to our homepage, because this is what people are used to. So you see now I'm trying to click if I'm really on the homepage and I cannot. So see if you can link that. You see now the menu. I would not recommend to do it. Make sure that if you scroll down, that there's like the light beige color stays behind it or something, because now it's going over the text, which is not really nice to read. I do have and this is very personal. I know, let me check, because I think this is no, it's not a one page. Okay, are we going back here? So about is the home page. That is a bit confusing. I think you're missing a page. That would give a lot of clarity already, because I see here about as well. What I usually would recommend for the homepage is have a header that is for the parents, have like some kind of text that's explaining the problem. So the challenge that the parents are dealing with, so they know if they scroll down, oh yeah, this is me. So this is why your ideal client is so important. The more specific you are, the more they're going to feel, oh yeah, this is for me, I need to be here. What people do, they compare us as sleep consultants. You're not the first one they come across. And this is why your ideal client is so important, because if you can speak directly to your ideal client, they're going to feel so much more seen and heard, and they're gonna want to work with you instead of the other sleep consultant that is speaking to everybody. Are you a tired mom? Is your kid not sleeping through the night? Or when there's a mom who has a child with hearing problems, are you a mom with a child with hearing problems and wondering, how can you communicate in a way that, as a mom, I would really direct to that one, and I would want to work with that sleep consultant, because she knows what I'm dealing with. So on the homepage, have your header, then you have the problem, then you want to have the desire. I said it really nicely. I think that was, where did we see that? Here. Okay, this is like the dream. You can share something like this. It can be a paragraph. And I would then do the about. Now, not everybody is agreeing with me, and this is a personal choice. But what I feel is, no, actually, Dashley did that. So you have the header. You talk about their problems. No, help families. Okay. I would really suggest, if you can, don't get stressed about it. If your website is still in the making, don't worry too much. If you have a website already, maybe you can switch some sections. If that doesn't work, leave it like this. Most important is that the information is there. But if you really want to do it good, it's like header, problem, the dream outcome, and then you can talk about yourself. You know, people are not on the website for you, they're there for themselves. They first want to see if they are in the right place. And then when they feel like, yeah, she gets me, these are my problems. And then, oh yeah, I really want to have that dream state that she's describing. And then it says like, hey, you don't have to do this alone, mama. My name is, and then you introduce yourself. It is such a fluent process. You see what I mean? So let's talk about this one, about me, Lauren. Hey, Lauren. I'm sorry, I never see your faces on the website. Complimentary consult. Okay. This is really good. Schedule a complimentary consult in the sense that, I mean, don't put schedule, book a call for 15 minutes. Okay, that is still okay. Don't put like schedule a free discovery call. This is something we need to stop with. Who wants to be on a discovery call? Who wants to go on a call to hear, to being sold and hear about your services? Nobody wants to. What people want is to see, is there something in it for me? What I see here, schedule a complimentary consult. He's going to give me tips. He's going to say something. And even though I know, because it's 15 minutes, this is going to be I know as a sleep consultant myself, this is going to be a sales call. But it feels, if I'm looking through the eyes of a parent, she's going to give me something for 15 minutes. And it's complimentary, it's free. So now I want to hop onto it. If you want to make it even better, and I see there's enough space for you, is really write what you're going to do. That could be like, we're going to talk through your challenges. I'm going to give you two tips to get started. And then if you're interested, I'm going to explain about my service. Something like this. So you keep it really, really light, but the benefit on them. The same you would do in a sleep assessment call, or in a sales call. When you start the conversation, you're going to explain, we're going to talk about this, then we're going to talk about this. And then if you're interested, I can explain you about my services. Don't assume that they want to know it. Ask them for permission. It's so much more powerful. If you come at the 10-minute mark and then you tell them like, I really can help you with this. I would love to talk about the things that I'm offering. Are you interested to hear more? And then you say nothing. And if they say, yeah, the brain is open to hear. If they don't say, if you don't say it and you just move on and you start going, so I have a package for $700. I do like this and this. The brain is closing because nobody wants to be sold. So this is an extra tip. Sorry, Lauren, I'm going to focus on your website now. What my family say. Yes, very cool. If you can put the age behind it. So parents also, again, like, oh, she has also an 8-month-old daughter. I want to read this. And put some sentences bold, priceless tips straight to your inbox. Great. I don't know what to think of priceless tips. I don't know if you're really going to give me value. And I don't know if you've heard it, and I should check my stats, because a couple of years ago, to leave your email address, it had to be a value of $7. I'm sure it's way much more right now. I would say whatever you offer where you want people to sign up for, make sure it has a value of $50. And they don't have to pay it because they opt in and they give you their contact details. But come with this mindset. What can I give for $50 for free that they want to leave their email address? Priceless tips straight to your inbox. They're not going to most likely leave their email address. So write something that is really clear. If this is a lead magnet, my 3 tips that blah, 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 and be very specific. I would always, and I guess this is about signing up for a newsletter. I would always, I would not recommend to put a newsletter. Nobody wants to be on a newsletter. How often do we get put on newsletters that are very annoying and we opt out immediately? We don't want that. We want them to opt in for something of value, because this is the thing. So they're on your website, probably through Google or through Instagram or Facebook. They come on your website and we want to get their contact details so we can nurture them. So the first thing we want to do is give value. So there's value in the website, but then give them something for free that is so good that they look at it and like, whoa, if this is for free, what will it look like if I pay her for the services? So we want to have this like put the expectations high based on what you give for free. Oh, 2035, you're ahead of the game. Change that. And also, if I were you, you can, every website, you can remove this. So make sure that you remove this. I see here is a chat bubble. If you don't use it, switch it off. Or if this is a bubble with an arrow up, make sure that you change the color so it's visible. And I'm going to go see in your programs. Thank you, everybody, for just letting me go through your websites and yeah, be open for feedback. That's not always easy to hear. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible, but I'm Dutch. I can be very blunt. Let's get you some rest you need. Make sure the spacing is a bit more. Make sure the button is nicely in the middle. Okay. Find what works for you. This is very hard for a parent. How do they know? They're sitting at home with a crying baby for weeks and they need support. They don't know. This is why I always say just do one package. It's the easiest. How do they know that they need limited support or 2 weeks full support? What is going to help them? It's very hard. And even though I see you have the whole description, every parent is going to start with this one because it's cheaper. And then they're like, yeah, but then I can always upgrade. Believe me, if after 3-4 days you don't have success, they're not going to upgrade. They're going to think that you cannot do your job. And they're not going to understand that they just bought a package that was not the right fit for them. So I definitely would not divide packages like this. If you want to have 2 packages, I would say do a package 2 weeks full support for a newborn for like $395 and a 2 weeks full support for a baby or a toddler, which is going to be way much more work. We know all the tantrums and battles and everything that goes around it, and especially if they're out of the crib. So put the price higher there and split it up like this. So it's very clear. It's the same support you're giving, but it depends on the age. Yes. Okay, I'm quickly going to do your contact and then we're gonna stop this. Okay, there's a problem with the picture, I guess, or if this is the background you want, make sure the letters are in white because this is very hard to read for people who have like visual impairment problems. Discovery call, discovery, remove it. We don't want to hear that word anymore. Nobody wants to be on a discovery call. Schedule it free. Okay, go through your form because here are some issues. I cannot see what I need to put in here. I am missing some things here. I see you're still working on it. Awesome. No worries, no worries. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, I hope that was helpful. In like a couple of weeks, I'm going to do another one because I know this can be very valuable to have somebody look at your website and get some tips. As you can see, there's a lot that comes with it. I hope with seeing 5 different websites, you get also a different eye and idea of how to do things. Be mindful to never take copy from another person's website. First of all, this is not really nice. People put a lot of time and effort in the copywriting. There are things like ChatGPT that can really help you to write the content. I have a course on my website for that if you're looking into that, free. And the other thing is like, so 2 more things. First of all, you cannot address your ideal client if you use the copy from another sleep consultant. You're not going to be different. The last thing is very important for Google. If you want to be found in Google and you use the same copy, the pages are being conflicted and Google backs off and they're not going to present your website. So this is also with the copy that you're using from mine. Be mindful that you change it, that you adapt it. If you buy the branding kit or the business starter, that you make your own content, not only because you want to write for your ideal client, but also to avoid that other sleep consultants are copying the text and that the pages are clashing. So that's it. I'm wishing you a great day and I'll see you in the next website audit.